Alright, these are stained by mulberries from that tree over there. And this hand is mine, and that hand
is mine.
And who are you?
I'm Charlotte.
Oh.
Welcome to our garden.
Thank you, Charlotte. Will you show us your garden?
Yes, we'd love to. Come on, Kaylee. Come show garden.
Hi, Kaylee.
We have tomatoes galore. And we are in southern Utah. Typically 110 degrees come mid-June. But we can still grow a garden. If you really, really, really put your mind to it, you could walk out here every day and find something to eat without having to go to the store.
Mm-hmm.
You may think you're going hungry, but if you added the mulberries, the artichokes, the spinach, the chard, I think you would figure out it's okay.
So Charlotte, before you even take us into this beautiful garden, having such abundance here, it must mean that you just, from the time you get up in the morning to the time you go to bed, are out here slaving all day.
No,
you don't have any other responsibilities.
No. My responsibilities are I get up every morning and I go do the same thing I do when I come home. Because I'm blessed I get to work in a nursery, so I'm kind of spoiled. I love it though. I get to play in Mother Nature all the way up until 10 o'clock at night. And then I do it all over again. Beautiful. At least 5 to 6 days a week.
All right.
So I'm not supposed to have clean hands. I just look clean, trust me. So this part of the garden is the whimsical part that we do not do anything to. It comes back every year. So our mustard greens here, our lettuce, chard, collard greens, spinach, carrots, with the exception of the peas recently planted. All of this basically comes back every year and self-seeds. Even our broccoli, which we have a little bit coming on.
Oh, so cute.
We have broccoli, onions, all of that just comes back on its own.
I see pepper.
We have a pepper. That is my bell pepper.
Gorgeous.
I try to grow everything from seed with the help sometimes of the nursery if I lose something. We have about 21 tomato plants, and out of those, 17 of those have been grown by seed.
Wow.
So all the rest are seeds. This baby is a seed. He was started in February of this year in the windowsill of a house. So if somebody says, oh, I don't have a greenhouse, I can't grow my own food. Yes, you can. If you have a sunny window, you can grow your own food. Because even though our windowsills are not the most beautiful now, all you do is put them in a pot, water it every day. By the time it gets warm enough to be outside, you could put it in a container. You don't even have to put it in the earth. You can grow your own food. I don't care if you're on a window, patio, apartment. If I can grow seeds inside with no greenhouse in the house, you can grow your own food.
Amen.
And there's lots of things you just put in the windowsill. You go to the store, you buy some green onions, chop it off, put them in some water in the windowsill, you have more. All of these, this is one of my baby seeds. They're all coming together.
In Utah, it's just known for all of its rainfall and its rich, loomy soil, right?
No. We probably get about 2 weeks out of the year, which we call it the monsoon. You heard of that? Irrigation. Like we do irrigation here, it comes from the river that gives you its life. And other than that, even if you didn't have that, you could use your recycled water. Gray water. If you're really smart about it and use the right soaps, there's no excuse for why you couldn't water something to feed yourself. And like here, it's just me and John, it's 2 people. So our requirements aren't a lot, being vegetarian. You know, if you buckled down, you could do that. You know, and if you did that on a big scale and every household did that, I bet the neighbor next to me would grow something different. My neighbor over here could grow something different. But to have a community where you can find that is hard. But it doesn't mean you can't do it on your own.
And build it, they will come.
That's right.
Pretty soon you're going to have people lining up for your vegetables.
Actually, we have somebody already the other day. It's like, when are the tomatoes ready? I'm like, tomatoes, they're not yours. Have some.
Come over and water them every morning, maybe.
Artichokes.
Wow.
These do quite well in the desert because
I've never seen an artichoke.
They are a thistle plant. And look, we have more.
Wow.
Goes well with my purple hands.
Yeah.
Yes. The key thing is when you get artichokes, when they start to come on, if you ever find a baby and it has 3 or 4, you have to break them off so that it allows nutrition for the other ones to grow. Otherwise, you stunt their growth. We shall get a lot, and I have a feeling our praying mantis hatched today.
What?
Yes, I noticed our cocoon. Is getting really super dried. Has a few holes. So I'm thinking our cocoon, our praying mantis, already came out. It's hollow completely.
Those things are like little intergalactic.
They are going to keep our garden healthy and happy this year.
How do they do that? What are they pest control?
Pest control, but they eat any soft-bodied insect. So any soft-bodied insect they actually eat. They'll even eat ladybugs that take care of aphids, but basically by this time of year when they hatch and they get adults, they will eat all your tomato hornworms, anything, squash bugs, anything that moves, so you don't have to use pesticides.
And they look like ninjas while they do
That's
it.
right. They're fighting.
Like Zen master
I'm
ninjas.
boxing you for this piece of ladybug. But no, they will. They'll really help your garden. We have 1,500 that we put through here. So
1,500.
Praying mantis.
What?
Yeah.
You put them in?
Yeah, we put them in.
Wow.
In the garden. So some of them we have on cocoons from last year. We had a couple on the tree. But most of them this year I bought the cocoons so they would just hatch out and go crazy. And they pretty much stay in their own territory. They're very territorial. So wherever they stay, they will make their next year's babies for the following year, and the following year they will live in that same habitat.
Wow.
So my hope is that they stay here. You have a tree? Tree, come on. If I was a praying mantis.
After some technical difficulties, we are back. So what do you say you are very excited to show us what?
Mammoth head sunflowers. These are Russian mammoth head sunflowers. Come the end of summer, approximately here, 3 months from now, they will be at least 12 to 16 foot tall.
What?
With big mammoth heads like this. And you will take those sunflowers, and as soon as they start to wilt like this, the whole head bends, and they start to pop out at the center, which the center will be like this, bigger than a 10-inch dinner plate, the center. And that will contain all your sunflower seeds you'll need for the next year. And you basically take that head, you cut it off, you dry it out on a drying rack, which is now holding my lettuce way out there. But you basically dry it out for about a day after you soak it in salt water to remove bugs, but also the sea salt actually helps flavor it. And then you turn on the oven about 350, roast them for 20 minutes with olive oil and sea salt or whatever cayenne spice or anything you want. And you have your own sunflower seeds for the next year.
Boom.
And you put them in a they're nice. We had lots of, and pumpkin seeds can be done the same way. But we don't have pumpkins, but all of these flowers that you see are from last year's harvest. So they're going to be magical and figure out what they're going to be, because I honestly could not tell you. They're either burgundy, lime green, lemon. They're all different exotic shades of flowers, and they're here.
Awesome.
They made it through the winter.
This cat plays a very important role in this garden, yes?
It lives here.
This cat is not earning its keep, though,
No.
because you have a gopher,
We have a gopher,
and that cat is just chilling.
The cat is not doing its keep. It just lays around the garden just so it can have fun.
And this white pipe is your irrigation system?
Irrigation. We basically have this pipe drilled with holes. We've dug trenches like the ancient Egyptians. We went with a theme this year. down here. You turn on the irrigation. Turn on the water.
Woo! And there goes the cat.
Water appears.
Wow. Wow.
And you can adjust it to your liking, but it floods rows and waters the plants from the roots down.
Wow. And this part of the project, we must give credit where credit's due to your wonderful partner, John, yes?
I have to give this credit to John. Between John and our neighbor next door, we have irrigation this year.
So beautiful.
Last year, not so much.
Yeah.
This year, we're blessed. It's free water, basically. We do pay $10 a month for irrigation. However, our neighbors to this side of us, they do not use theirs. There's several people that don't, so that allows us to use more.
Awesome.
So I hope I can share with those people the harvest.
Awesome.
Our goal is to have these trees that you see here, and these trees, which John has very, very carefully handpicked 13 of them, and he's going to plant these down the whole garden. Our goal is in 5 years, I can walk out the back door, you cannot see me, I cannot see you, I could run naked and be a free fairy in the backyard, and nobody would know a thing.
Awesome. Wow. Well, I have to say, I was here last year, and this garden has, not that it wasn't amazing last year, but it really has.
Organization is the key, and you learn.
Yeah.
It's a learning process, a learning curve. I think tomorrow we might have our first sunflower. I think so tomorrow. Yep. We're going to have our first little sunflower tomorrow. We have a cacti garden too.
Oh. Well.
You live in the desert, you have to have that. Which next year when Greg comes back, hopefully he'll make his way back this way.
I always do, don't I?
That's right, brother. You gotta see me grow old. Come on.
Oh, wow.
It's gonna be a lush cacti jungle when you come back next year. I can only imagine the plants that are gonna get twice as large as they are now.
This cat really likes to be a star.
She really is the star.
Following us around.
Yeah.
Well, Charlotte, I'm gonna do this. Thank you.
Love you, brother.
So much. I love you too.
Every year I get to see my brother. Yay.
And I get to be inspired on how to create life, even places where it seems hard.
There you go.
So, peace to the tribe from Verkin, Utah.
You got it. The Verkin.
Yeah.